Hola a todos amigos, ¿cómo están? Bienvenidas, bienvenidos a una sesión más en donde tenemos la oportunidad de platicar con tus artistas Match favoritos. Soy Miguel Miranda de Match 993 en la Ciudad de México y el día de hoy estamos muy contentos de recibir nada más y nada menos que a Dave de Glass Animals, que el día de hoy está por acá platicando con nosotros acerca de muchas cosas. Primero, dieron un show en la Ciudad de México para todos los fans de una forma bastante increíble. A mí me gustaría platicar un poco acerca de eso. Tienen el lanzamiento de su nuevo material y we had a lot of things that we talk about this night or
Oh yeah.
today, this afternoon, this evening.
Uh,
How you doing?
I'm so good. How are you?
Fine. We're so excited about your new album.
I've
About
got the same shoes
uh,
as you. I just realised.
yeah,
Sorry, that's completely different.
about the show last night.
It was amazing.
Can we start talking about the show?
Yes, please.
What can you tell us about make a kind of private show or secret show for your fans? That's amazing. I
It's
want to know
fun.
the main idea of this.
It's fun. You know that everybody who's there really wants to be there, and also that they will be a bit because we haven't played shows in a long time, so we need to get back into the groove. We're a bit rusty. And so the good thing about having people there who really want to be there is they're a bit forgiving. So if we make some mistakes, it's okay. We get away with it.
What can you tell us about the announcement of the show by social media and all this stuff?
We just wanted to. It's quite last minute,
Yeah.
and I think that's a part of it. Just making sure, like, if you announce it last minute, people will only the people who are paying attention will be able to get the tickets.
Yeah.
So we did it. Yeah, just did it just before.
Yeah, I saw all the comments on Instagram saying, "Hey, where the fuck I can get the tickets? I don't know how to buy. I don't know."
Sorry.
No, no, no. Yeah, they are so excited to buy tickets, and he wants to know where did you get the tickets at the show.
You will. We just have to come back and do another one. I think is
Yeah.
the main thing.
But I think that it's a romantic way to connect with your audience. I think so because the core audience will
Yeah.
be here on your Instagram, checking the links and
Exactly.
checking your stories.
Yeah, and it
It's
kind of goes word of mouth as well. Like
Yeah.
people kind of be like, "Oh my god, I just saw these tickets," and they'll know that their friend who's really excited about maybe going to a show. It'll spread like that. Yeah, it was so fun, and it was good to try some new music.
Okay.
That's the fun thing. We got to see if it takes us a little while to learn how to play the new ones. So we tested some.
Yeah, we want to know the main idea of the new album.
Yeah.
We want to know how do you feel in this time of your life. First of all, talking about your work, about this huge wave of fame and be on the on the spotlight. You know that. How do you feel with that?
I mean, the fame thing is very strange to me. I'm still
Yeah.
the same person. I just like hanging out with my dog and playing video games and listening to music, playing music mainly. My hobbies are small. I'm still the same boring guy, but right now I'm feeling really good. The album had I wrote it while I was not feeling as good. I had like an existential crisis after the previous album. Because there was the pandemic, obviously, and we had to release the album during the pandemic, and then we were touring the album just after the pandemic, and we weren't really able to like interact with people the whole time. So I felt very detached. I felt like I was watching a different version of myself. Because we'd even have to go out of the tour bus onto the stage, play the show, and then back into the tour bus without saying hi to anybody properly afterwards. So it just felt, I don't know, felt very surreal.
Yeah.
And so I wrote this album after that with that feeling like, what I didn't feel like myself. I was like, what is the meaning of all of this? Nothing feels real. And so I was trying to find something real in life. And the idea of this album is that it's all about human connection, and they're like love stories, not all romantic, but also between friends and family, and that's the most important thing. That's what makes life real, is the love and human connection.
Yeah. Do you think that the result of this album, it's I don't know how to say this, maybe the like a catharsis of all the that we lived on pandemic and of your success that you get on the pandemic or something like that?
Yeah, it's just trying to make sense of it.
Yeah. And how do you feel with that? Are you overwhelmed with the response of the people with all your work?
I am overwhelmed, and it's like, I mean, you probably saw it during the show last night even. There was such an amazing response and so many people giving things on stage. There was so much stuff on stage, it was tough to walk around, but it was so beautiful and wonderful, and I got a bit emotional and almost,
Yeah.
I basically started crying on stage. It was so wonderful, and so, yeah, the response was just like it melted my heart.
Yeah, you have a big fan base in Mexico City. I have to say this. In Mexico in general, the people love your work because I think so. That is because you're so human to writing and making music, and maybe this is the best way to connect with an audience. You know?
Maybe. I mean, I'm still trying to work that out. I ultimately, I'm just the kind of normal person who loves writing songs and loves like meeting people and making people happy. That's
Yeah.
like,
Did you imagine this in some point of your life? Maybe when you were a teenager or something like that.
no. I wanted to be a doctor. I went to medical school to be a doctor for a long time, and then I was just doing music as a hobby. In my family, it was always said that, you know, you have to go do something with science or math or something like that. And
Yeah.
music was never like an option as a career. It was always something you do as a hobby. But then it started spiraling out of control, and I didn't tell my parents that I'd dropped out of school.
When?
I told my mum a few years ago.
Okay.
We're like halfway through the last album when it started going really well.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. But the things in music in general were very good for you.
Yeah, I think I had to go to my mum and be like, "It is going well. Look." I think she saw we played it. My mum grew up in America,
Yeah.
so when she saw like we were playing a venue called Radio City in New York, that meant a lot to her. It's like a nice venue, and yeah, she grew up near it.
What can you tell us about being a human, being a human being or something like that, and uh, and being a source of inspiration for a lot of people,
Oh my
and
God.
at the same time trying to be a normal person.
I mean, I'd say there's no such thing as a normal person. Being a human is complicated and complex and chaotic, and like that's okay. It's okay, and you know it's nice to be happy, but you can't always be happy. I feel like happiness just kind of comes and it's like quite transient, and when you start realizing that, it's a bit comforting. And then if I was going to say something to inspire people, I'd say just be yourself. Stop trying to like be something that like the internet wants you to be or your friends. I don't know. Just do your thing. It's cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
Be you. Because everyone spends a lot of time at school trying to fit in and stuff, and it's not so important. It's cooler to be yourself.
Yeah,
Better.
I said that that's the best way to connect with your audience, being authentic,
Be real. Yeah.
be
Yeah.
real, be you, and I think that that's the I don't know how to say this, the best mix to connect with the people. Being you, being a talent person, being a passionate or something like that, maybe, and the people will give you back the same emotion. I don't know how to say this. The
Yeah.
response that the Mexican people have with the announce of the new album, I think that was so huge. How do you
Was
feel with that?
I feel amazed, but it's such a like encouraging thing 'cause it's really nerve-wracking. I get really nervous releasing new music and putting out a new album, announcing a new album. Even before going on stage, I get quite nervous. But the response has been so good on the stage and just the announcement on the internet and meeting people and things like that. It's really comforting. You spend a lot of time alone writing the album and making the album and mixing it and everything, and then to come out and have that kind of reception makes you feel it's like a big hug.
Yeah.
It's really good.
Are you afraid of the response of the people when the album drops out or not?
I always want people to be happy,
Yeah.
and I never want to let anyone down. But I feel like the best thing that you can do is make an album that is really meaningful and heartfelt and means a lot to you, and is like emotionally strong and real and honest.
Yeah.
And I feel like I've absolutely done that to the best of my possible abilities. It was a really intense album to write. I went to a lot of weird places, and it really, it was an emotional process, and I think that's a good thing. Being very honest on record is probably the best thing you can do.
We had 10 songs on this new album, right?
Yeah.
What's your favorite?
Oh, it's like choosing a favorite child. I don't have a child, but choosing a favorite dog maybe.
Yeah.
I love them all, but I do like Lost in the Ocean. It's the last track on the album.
And why?
Why? Because I feel like the whole album is kind of working things out and asking questions, and then the last song on the album is the kind of like everything's going to be okay.
Okay.
So yeah, but it's still quite sad, but it's like saying that it's okay to be sad. It's like there's comfort in that. Yeah.
Okay.
So it's a thing that everyone experiences, and you have to be okay with it. Yeah.
I'm really excited to hear it.
Yeah, I'm excited for you to hear it. A little nervous, but excited.
Thank you so much for taking your time
Such a
to
pleasure.
talk with us. We really love your music. We really love your work, and you're passionate with this new album and with the record. Hope to see
Thanks,
you
man.
again in Mexico City, making more people happy.
We'll be back as soon as we can. We love it here so much.
Thank you so much. Por aquí estamos en Match 99.3. Ya saben, escuchen la música de Glass Animals en la programación de Match y iHeart.